Can you save my heavy, dirty soul for me? For me. Can you save my heavy, dirty soul? Name the band. Name the band. What? Wait, what? Opt in for the chance to get a Manifesting with Kimberly 1-month gift membership and access to exclusive perks. Allow gifts. What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. That is the second. I don't know what that is. Okay, it shows up. I don't know what it means. How is everyone? Did somebody answer my damn question? Who sings it? Who sings it? Can you save? Can you save my? Can you save my heavy, dirty soul? Who sings it? Thanks, Josh. Yes, Sarah Pronio, yes! I love that song. It's probably my favoriteest song by them. Just some useless trivia for you. Hawkeyes! I've missed you. I've missed you so much. Look at all the people. That's Dusty. Yes. You want to hear my encounter with 21 Pilots? I don't mean encounter like I met them. I did not meet them. When I was working at my old job, I was friends with a person there, and they're like, listen, I got to bring my daughter and her friend to go see this band called 21 Pilots. And I don't want to go alone, bitch. Would you go with me? I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll go with ya. I'm like, can I bring my kid? She's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. So I purchased a ticket for him. I purchased a ticket for me. Okay. And we all went up together. And the opening song was that. Well, actually, no. Fairly Local is what they opened with. But then it went into Heavy, Dirty Soul. I'm like, I'm in love with this band. I'm in love. But yeah. Hawkeyes, you were there last night? I did not see you. Now, due to the lack of time I have this evening. Well, hold on. I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking. There are, all right, here's the thing. I have more than what I expected in gifts. I have a couple of boxes that I need to open. And one of them's like time pressing because I know what's in it. Because my sweet friend has already told me ahead of time. It's something for poop. And I don't want to make it unfair because I don't have time to open all of them. So I'm going to hold off another time and try to go live again so I can open all them up fairly. So I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings because I received them all. And then, you know, I know you get notified when I pick up the package. So I you know me, I'm the middle child. Everything's got to be fair. So I don't want to hurt feelings. My intention was to open them tonight, but I'm like, I'm pressed for time. I because of calls. So anybody who's expecting me to open them for this live stream, please do not be upset or brokenhearted. I'm still going to do it. Just not going to do it tonight. But I made the promise that I will open, if you send me stuff, I will open it live, and I don't want to hurt anybody. I overtalk. That's my people-pleasing thing in me still. I over-explain everything. I'm working on that. It's getting better. It is. You're a middle child too? Then you understand that everything has to be fair perfectly. Because we noticed when it wasn't fair. Right, girl? At least my ass did. And I would throw down if it wasn't fair in the house. I would throw down. Or I would snatch that shit and make it fair. You too, Heidi? Mm-hmm. Also, this is important. This is a very important notification. Guys, if you purchase something from me, like coaching, yeah. Especially if you purchase emergency coaching, because it's not a fucking secret. It's a little more expensive. If you purchase any form of coaching, specifically emergency, you have to let me know if you use a different PayPal. You have to let me know. I understand the innocence of thinking, well, she'll know. She'll know. No, I won't. I don't get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 requests. I get a lot. So I get frazzled searching. Okay? Please, you have to let me know if you use, if the name that you have purchased coaching from, for me, is nowhere near what your email is, you gotta let a bitch know. Or it's gonna get to a place where I'm just gonna give you a refund and we ain't gonna be able to talk. Cause okay, I'm just saying. Please let me know if you use a different email, name, anything with your PayPal. Okay? All right. Let's get to work. Anjali Sharma, thank you very much. What was your experience with solo vacation? I don't know if I should affirm in steps or in the end. I see him around and he ignores me, kicking me out the state of having. Okay. I won't lie. I will admit, I guess I was lucky that I didn't have to see my specific person during my solo vacations, either one of them. I will say that there was one time where I encountered him, but it was brief. But other than that, I never had to. But I also was going out of my way to avoid. I went nowhere because his work was like literally just a mile or two down the road from me. So I really didn't have to see him, but I was taking the extra step to not drive by that building. That's fucking for sure. But so right off the top, I didn't have that. So I know that can be an added pressure when you have to see your specific person. I know that sucks tits. I know that's painful. I know that must hurt because, like I said, I only had to see mine one time and it gut punched me. Terrible. And I've shared my solo vacation story many, many times. I was not a good girl my first week or two. Thank you, Jen Elvira. Hit that like button. Thank you. I wasn't a good girl. You know, I was very angry, bitter, hateful, distraught, brokenhearted, all the typical terrible emotions and feelings and thoughts that anyone has in a solo vacation when it's not one we want to be in, right? So my first week and a half, I wanted nothing to do with manifestation. I was so angry at the manifestation world during that moment. Oh God, I was so against it. I thought it was lies. I thought I'd been fooling myself. You know, I really beat myself up during that time. So once I snap, crackle, pop my ass out of that and realized I still wanted to manifest that person, I just happened to start like rereading Neville. And like I've also shared this embarrassing moment, you know, I had read everything Neville Goddard by that point. Like I'm saying before the solo started. I had read it all, probably 2 or 3 times at that point, including all PDFs of his live lectures, just saying. And states didn't make sense to me until then. Until that, like after that little week and a half point. I don't even remember exactly what it was that I read or what I was reading. Meaning out of what book, or if it was a lecture. I just remember the moment like, that's what this means. It was that fucking light bulb exhilaration, oh my God moment. But, so that gave me hope. And I will say that even when I was in that midst of really in the worst place, I was so mad at manifesting, and I was mad at God. I was so mad, but there was still that little knowing inside. Like a little tiny spark that knew that manifestation still worked. I was just angry because that is not what I wanted on my bridge of incidents. I didn't want, you know, let alone a solo vacation, but a second one for me at that time. I didn't want that to be a part of my bridge of incidents. I was angry as hell and very hurt, right? So, like I said, states finally clicked. My eyes got open quick, and I just started working at it every day. But I could not instantly go to the end. I could not. I could only go to the place of, I know if I try to do this every fucking day, something has to change out here. That's as far as I could go. I couldn't go anywhere else. You know, it was like, I think a full week before I could get to the place of, all right, I can picture us getting back together and working my way back there. But I would fall right back out, and I'd be right back into the victim state, and I would cry my balls off literally every day. It sucked. It wasn't fun. But I didn't give up, and I didn't miss a single day of working on, getting into this state stuff, right? Because it was all new to me. Trying to understand and step into what Neville was saying that I had never understood all that time that I'd been reading. So there also was a little bit of excitement to it, because I felt like, oh my God, there's still a hope. It kind of reignited and kind of let me drop the anger I had at manifesting and God at that time. And God, I don't know what any of you believe. If you believe there's God, if not, whatever. My belief in God is more of, I don't know if it's a he, she, it. I don't care. The entity that's within us, the thing, whatever. I was mad at that. Whatever that is, that's what I was mad at. So if you believe in the universe and that the universe has given us this power, well, then I was fucking mad at the universe. I was mad. Because I was in a victim state and I didn't want to take the blame. I didn't want to think that it was my fault, even though I knew. I knew the moment he said it in the text. I went numb. I didn't even cry that first day. I knew truthfully where my mind had been, especially since the first solo vacation up until that second one, my mind was gutter trash most of the time. And also living in denial. You see what I'm saying? I felt like shit every day. That's the truth. I was sad, unhappy every day because I hated how things were going in the relationship. And then like the big blow up in my face, the second solo vacation. I was miserable. But I share all those shitty details to really hit home that you don't have to be perfect to manifest. It's perfectly normal to have a shit response to someone putting you in a solo vacation, because that's what it feels like. Even though we're manifesting and we know everything comes from within us and we're projecting out, it still feels like they're doing it to us, right? You don't think about the fact that, there's no free will, there's none of this shit. You don't think like that in the moment. You're just hurt or devastated, right? But yeah, I in no way behaved like some perfect Zen woman during that solo vacation. I was a hot mess express, crying daily, including the days that I was trying to get into the state. And, I could get there, I'd fall right back up, back to crying. And I've said this a million times, so it's like a repeat, Angela, but I literally cried every day. That's not exaggerating. I really, really did. And I keep an agenda. So I have it documented. My ass was crying every day. Because there were lots of moments of me being worried that what if I can't do it? What if, I believe in manifesting. I've stopped being mad at manifestation. I've stopped being mad at God, but what if I can't do it? What if I'm not strong enough? What if I can't get my head together and get into that state that's going to, switch everything around for me? What if I can't do it? I feared that a lot. A lot. What if I'm not strong enough? What if I can't do it? It sucked. It fucking sucks. I know solo vacations suck. But you can do it. You can do it. You are strong enough to do it. You are. Manifestation can be effortless. It can be. Hence why I made the video on the art of detachment and getting into that place of not letting your 3D reality control you. Because the more you realize and come to see that what happens in your 3D, even if it's shitty, even if it's painful, doesn't have to control you, and it will not stop you from getting your desire. It won't. It just won't. Nothing can stop it. There are no obstacles. You're projecting it all. But we forget, and we let fear overtake us. And then we sit in the fearful thoughts. Well, it's a good thing that we can say that our fearful thoughts don't manifest. And we can create any belief we want. But even when you're having a shitty day, it doesn't fucking matter. You're still going to get your desire at the end of the day. You are. So that was my experience, Anjali. It sucked mega tits. It sucked tits. And I'm, ecstatic that it's over. But you'll be all right, girl. It's not forever. Nothing's permanent. Nothing's forever unless we want it to be. And we have more control and power with our little minds than we give ourselves credit for. Thank you, Hawkeyes. Thank you so much. All right. Alyssa Loritzen. Wait a minute. Did I skip anything? Okay. Hi, Kim. SP and I had dinner last weekend with our son, and it was really nice movement. Wait a minute. It was really nice movement. Let's celebrate the movement before I even read the next thing. Thank you, Sarah Pronio. Kim is a big, warm, and loving hug in human form. I'm hugging you right now. That was so nice. You guys are so nice to me. Okay. And it was a really nice movement, but he ended the night talking about 3P and how him and I should focus on how we are just co-parents. Okay, so he reflected fear. Okay, he reflected fear, but you had good movement. I'm sure you didn't enjoy hearing that. Okay, I understand. It's movement, and it's movement on your bridge of incidents. You might not like that he uttered those shitty-ass words to you. But on the inside, little bells should be going off. Either I can choose to just look at this and like, no, this is just on my bridge of incidents. Nothing for me to worry about. Nothing for me to panic over. Everything's leading me to my manifestation. You also have the option of revising on the spot. Revising on the spot. We don't ever have to hear anything we don't want to. We can change whatever we want. Revision isn't, listen, I'm going to say it again. I've said this a million times. Revision isn't just making you feel better about an old memory. You really can change things, experiences, events. How do we revise on the spot? I'll give you an example. SP and you just had a fabulous dinner, and now SP is saying we need to focus on being co-parents. And that's not what we're manifesting. We're manifesting getting back together. So on the spot, I would change it to something more favorable to myself. So instead of hearing, we need to focus on co-parenting. We need to focus on how we're getting back together, baby, because I love you and I miss you so much. So you change it immediately as they're talking, right? Give them the Peanuts voice from Charlie Brown, wah, 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 as you're deciding what you want to hear from them. And you just stick to the story. Listen, I know it sounds fucking delusional. I know it does. It is a little delusional, but who fucking cares? As long as it ends with us getting what we want. Am I wrong? As long as it's a win-win in the end, who cares? So you're revising on the spot. Tune that shit right out. Wonk, 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 as they're talking. Okay? It's real. It works. It's real. It works. Now, There are two schools of thoughts on how revision's working. Tom, I always wonder if I say his last name wrong, and it's no offense if I do. Tom Kearns, he just put a good revision video up. I think it was today, and if it wasn't today, it was definitely yesterday. He was explaining it from a different avenue, but I like both, so I'm taking both. When I discuss revision, I discuss it as you're going back to that moment, that experience, or you're revising on the spot, or you're revising your day, right? And out of any of those that you're revising, it's changing it within your subconscious mind, and your 3D will catch up to reflect. How he presented it in his, like I said, I think it's his latest video. If I am wrong, it's the day before, okay? I know it says quantum revision either in his thumbnail or it's in the title, okay? Now, he presented it, I can't think of the right words, all right? But more, all right, I'm gonna do it in Kim words, okay? So this is not Tom's word for word. These aren't quotes. This is Kim's. But he presented it from the placement of same idea. Revision is still working the way we think it does, but instead that it's like you're changing timelines. So where the original memory happened, that reality is still going to play out. But you, by utilizing revision, have hopped a timeline. And you're now on that timeline. And in the way I see it, who fucking cares which one you like? They both equal you getting into the reality where you're getting your shit. See what I'm saying? But maybe the way he describes it, maybe that'll help understand it a little bit better. If you're not believing that revision is a real thing with the way I'm describing it. Because it fucking works, okay? It's real. And like I said, I don't care how you see things as long as you're seeing it that you're going to get what you want in the end. Either one's good for me, you know? And you know what? He goes into I just really I like him and I like his channel. And he must be dramatic in real life. That's how I feel. Because he's boisterous and he always has his, I don't know what it's called, but he's flipping paper with notes on it, shit. And he gets right on into it, and he reminds me of a less sassy, but the male version of my big mouth. That's what he reminds me of, and I love him. This big, but he's good. He's good, and I like it because, for the most part, his line of thinking lines up with mine. So obviously, I'm gonna like it. Right? Anyway, but revision is always an option. Wait, what? Anyone know if Kim ever physically met the girl from the Lil With series, Thin on the Trip thingy? Huh? What? The witch. You mean, from Charmed? Piper and stuff? You talking about that? And yes, I did. Is that what you mean? Yes. Yes, I did. Well, all right. So if you know the show, then Piper and Leo, those were the character names. They were husband and wife, Piper, Leo. Leo was the angel or the white lighter. And Piper was, one of the sister witches. Yes, I met both of them in August, and I actually spent the day with both of them, and it was very, very lovely. And the one from, oh God, what's the show? Vampire Diaries? The kid who plays oh shit, I'm gonna forget. Come on, I'm older. I forget names of shows and shit. Nice person. I met Carlisle from Twilight. Yeah, it was fucking amazing. Okay. Anyway. Why do I feel like I just lost everything? Yeah, so Alyssa, revise. Please do. Don't look at that scenario as, oh God, this was not a success. We had a lovely dinner together. It went well, but it's ruined because of what he said at the end. Fuck that. Revise it. Revise. Okay? No, not Pretty. Well, yes, people from Pretty Little Liars were there, but that's well, actually, Piper is or was in Pretty Little Liars as well. Yes, but no, this kid was from the Vampire Diaries. He played the. He grew up to play the cop. I think he played the cop in the town. I don't fucking quote me on shit because I don't remember. Jen Elvira, thank you very much. Can you guide how to manifest money in a time crunch? Well, I'm going to keep it real with you. Yes, TB Matt. Yes, I also met and spent the day with him as well. And he was lovely and very, very kind. Very, very kind. Well, Jen, if you've been around here long enough, you know that it took me a year to manifest my lump sum of money because my ass could not stop thinking about the how. So we're going to start there. We're going to start there. You're not going to worry about how. You're not going to stress out how that money's going to come because that does not help. Okay? So I'm not sure what your time crunch is. Well, I'm just trying to think for a second. Listen. There's never gonna be, in my opinion, anything better than you stepping into the state of the woman who has the desire. There's nothing better than that because that's what manifesting is stepping in to that person and bodying that version of yourself that just knows comfortably that she has money. Money always shows up on time. Money's never an issue. You can buy, do, and save whatever you want. It's that mindset. I wish I had known states when I was manifesting that lump sum of money. Honestly, it would have saved me a year of fucking heartache. So if you like to affirm, I would be affirming things that, maybe you have a specific dollar amount, I'm so happy now that it's funny because I've done it before in a time crunch, but I don't know now. It's just you stepping into it. And what would it feel like to know that you have X amount of dollars in your account right now to do whatever the fuck you want with? What would that feel like? Step into that. Embodiment. It's the fucking, listen, it's the key to everything. Becoming what you or who you want to be is the key to manifestation, is getting into it. So if, like I said, if it's a certain dollar amount, you could even see, like, say you needed it. I need it by, I'm just talking out of my ass, but I need this money by Christmas Day or whatever. What would it feel like to know that you're in your sexy little Christmas outfit and everything's going wonderful and you're checking your bank account and there's your money? What would it feel like to know? Listen, wow, what do you call it? It's like stepping into that mindset. One of our girls, Summer, used this affirmation once, and I'm like, I fucking love that and had to write it down. And I believe we were talking something about money, and it was like, well, it's all I know. Like, I've always been a multimillionaire. It's all I know. It's stepping into that kind of a mindset that you are that person. It's all you know. You've always been someone with a plethora of cash around. So we don't even have to manifest by a specific date because it's all you know to be a multimillionaire. You never have to stress about money. Why even think about money? I have so much money. I don't have to worry about it. It's all you know. I like that. It's all I know. I've always had sexy, sassy, saucy, loving, fulfilling, committed relationships. It's all I know. It's all I know that I've always been cherished, loved, and adored. It's all I know. Don't you just love the sound of that? It's all I know. I've always been sexy, saucy, and sassy. It's all I know. Just saying. Y'all better stick up for me. If anybody starts saying sexy, saucy, sassy, you know it started here first, all right? Sexy, sassy, saucy. Saucy and juicy. I like that too, yes. Sarah Pronio, member for 8 months. Thank you very much. Hey, hot stuff. Happy to catch you live. Sarah Pronio, I fucking like you. I like you a lot. I like you a lot. You're the best. And feel free to call me hot stuff anytime you want. You know what I'm saying? That would be a great challenge. It's all I know. Yeah, we can call it. Well, we got to throw Summer's name in there somewhere because she came up with it. Is Summer here? Yes, she is. Summer Sparkles. It was Summer Sparkles who came up with it. That's all I know. Well, we got the daily revision one going on till Christmas, but listen, why can't we add on there it's the Summer All I Know challenge? We'll extend that to fucking New Year's. Why don't we do that? Sparkles is all I know challenge. Come on, Summer, you got to give us a name for the challenge. That's all I know. Summer Sparkles is the next fucking... How perfect is that orchestration? She's the next super chat. Hi, Kim. You gorgeous soul. Give poop a treat. Love you, Summer. That's all I know. I am Catherine Ursula. Thank you very much. Hi, Kim. My SP is from Canada. We are in love, and he wants to live here in Peru with me, but there's money issues. What can I do? Thank you, Kim. Love you. Well, love you too. I am Catherine Ursula. Sparkle all the way. All right. Sparkle all the way. That's all I know. Challenge. All right, Catherine. What you can do. All right. First of all, I know like your main goal is to have SP, is it into Peru? Yeah, all right. So we want SP to come to Peru. So you have two options here. You can keep looking at the money and manifest money if that's going to bring you more peace. But I say, now this is just opinion. You don't have to listen to me. It's your reality. You do what you want. If the only reason why we're worrying about money is because we want the manifestation of him coming to Peru to live with you. Why look at money as being the issue and the obstacle and instead just focus on him being with you in Peru? Let me explain why I'm saying it like that. Because, all right, so people who want to manifest being a millionaire, they end up, this is what I see a lot, is I want to win the lottery. I want to win the lottery. Well, okay, you can manifest that. But is that really what you want? Or is it you want $1 million or you want to be a multimillionaire? What's the real manifestation? It's because you want to stand on national television holding up that big fat fake check? Or is it because you want to look at your bank account and see multi-millions? Which one is it? And you can have the lottery. But what I'm saying is you're limiting your own manifestation by saying the only way I can become a multimillionaire is by lottery or through the lottery, which that is exactly what I was doing with my own money manifestation. And it's why it took a fucking year. And I don't, with my hand or my heart, believe for a second, I don't believe it had to take that long. I believe my inability to not see how that money could come to me from any other direction. I could only see money coming to me through 2 different avenues. Well, excuse me, 3 avenues, but the third was the lottery, and I don't play the lottery. So that left me with 2, coming from work and coming from a death. And I didn't want someone to croak to leave me an inheritance, and I didn't think work would ever give me the money. See what I'm trying to say? This is where don't worry about how. Focus on what you want. So is it because you want the money, or do you want just him to come home? Come home to Peru, or come to Peru for you. See what I'm saying? Sometimes we are, squeezing out our own manifestation by overly focusing and trying to figure out how it's going to come to us. And it's not for us to figure that out. That's why I say that free will ends after you decide what you want, what your manifestation is. From that point on, that's it. Free will's gone. Free will's gone. Meaning, we don't control how it gets to us. And I don't know about any of you, but any other manifestations that I've received have come in a way when I wasn't expecting it, in a way I didn't expect, and better than what I would daydream about the how. It was always better than what I can come up with, because we have our limited human mind. See what I'm saying? So focus on him being in Peru with you. Focus on you two being together. Focus on that. What would it feel like for him to be living there with you right now? What would that feel like? What would it feel like to be the version of you that's experiencing that relationship, that closeness, seeing him in the physical, in the same country you're in the same city you're in the same place you're in? What would it feel like to have that right now? What would that feel like? Wouldn't it feel fucking amazing? When you feel on top of the fucking world to have your lover right there in front of you? Embody that feeling. And your subconscious, your I amness, will handle all the rest. It doesn't have to be a money issue. Maybe right now in the 3D, it looks like to you and him that money's the issue. But take the obstacle out of your awareness, out of your focus, and just put your focus on being the version of you that has it, and let your subconscious mind take care of the orchestration of bringing it to you. And I'm telling you, it will. Okay? Parninian, thank you very much. Hi, Kim. After multiple opposite manifestations over the last 2 months, I gave up. But the last 2 days, I've been trying to get back on track again. Can you please judge me? It hurts. So happy to see you. Well, I'm happy to see you too, Parninian, but hold on. Thank you so much. I understand that I needed this perspective. You're amazing, Kim. I'll focus on him being here with me. I just want him. Well, first of all, you are welcome. Second of all, I'm telling you right now, just you put the focus on being the version of you that has him right now in front of you. And I know, listen, I'm not stupid. I know there's going to be those moments where you're like, I just want to fucking touch him. I just want to see him. I know. But in those moments, just remember, the more time you spend embodying being the version of you that has it, the quicker this shit's going to move along. And listen, I've seen, since being in this community for as long as I have, I've seen the wildest scenarios happen, come out of fucking nowhere and bring manifestations. I mean, scenarios that I personally could never, I obviously don't have a good enough imagination to come up with some of the shit. I've seen amazing things. So don't stress it. No matter how impossible shit looks, that's okay. It's not for you and me to have it make sense. But the craziest things can happen. And I'm telling you, when you make the state of who you're being your focus, okay? Listen, if you make the state of who you are being, who you're identifying yourself as, your primary focus, instead of worrying that, well, SP's not showing up right yet, You know, he's still not being very nice to me. He's not doing A, B, and C for me. He hasn't asked me out yet. He hasn't done this yet. Instead of putting your focus on what's not happening yet and putting it on, I'm the new me. I'm the new version of me now. Even though my 3D might not say so, but we don't need 3D validation, remember? We don't. We want it. It feels nice, but we don't need it to embody the version of ourselves. The more often you do it, the quicker shit moves along out here. I cannot tell you how serious I am about that. And I'm saying it hand over my heart from personal fucking experience over and over and over again. Okay? Nothing trumps getting into the state of being, of having. And if having is too much, then going to have, that's good enough. I'm telling you. All right, so back to Parninian. All right, so you had some multiple opposite manifestations over the last 2 months. You gave up, but the last 2 days I've been trying to get back on track again. Okay, so Parninian, why did we give up completely? Don't look at my messy fucking couch. Okay, only look at that. Do y'all know why I put that ladder on the couch every single night? Do you know why it's there? I'm going to tell you why. Because I don't like sitting on a couch that's already got a hot seat. I don't want a hot seat when I sit down. I want a cold seat. Because I'm always hot anyway. So I don't want no one to sit in that spot because that's my spot. That's why I put that fucking ladder there, all right? That's what a weird bitch I am. I protect my seat. Anyways, I'm sure it must run across some of your minds like, why is there always a fucking step ladder on her couch? That's why. Oh, thank you, Allie Fowler. Thank you. I am a cold seat weirdo. I don't care. The only time I want a hot seat is if I'm cold outside and I want my seat in my car to be warm. But I only want it warm for the first few seconds. Once my ass cheeks are warmed up, that's it. I'm done. I need the hot seat turned off. Oh my God. I tell you guys so much useless information. And I know that. It's been on my mind, but I wanted to mind my business. I love you. Always feel free to ask, right? You know, come on. I answer. I did finally finish decorating today, though. It's not as great as I wanted it to be. And to be honest, I don't have any more shit, but my desk is finally painted, and I wanted to bring it in and put it right there, but now I ain't got no decorations for it, so. I'm not buying anymore. I got like 4 fucking totes of Christmas shit sitting in my storage thing. Anyways, all right, I'm getting sidetracked. Warm it up, kid. Okay. Parninian, we need to talk. Are you even still here? I need some fucking answers. I want to know why you gave up. Don't get me wrong. I know it sucks tits when we have bad things show up, and I know we get frustrated. I know I've lived it. I get it. But what are we back on track again with? Is it SP? Are we talking SP shit here? What hurts? It must be SP. If it hurts, it's usually SP. Why is it hurting? Let me tell y'all something, okay? Here's another reason why you should join the channel membership, okay? Because we talk about some shit sometimes, okay? And this came up last night. Listen. When opposite things come up into our 3D reality and they hurt our feelings, okay? Right off the top, we all know, I've said this a gazillion times, your feelings are always valid, yes? If in the moment something has hurt you, the way you feel is valid. Let it out. Cry it out. Fine. But when the tears are done, and we all know after a good cry, we just get that feeling. Most of us want to go to sleep after that, right? But you feel calm for just a brief moments. You feel a little calmness because you're just so worn out from the crying. Well, when you're at that place, this is when you need to remind yourself you're hurting, you're feeling like dog shit, because in this moment, You are thinking you are separate. Separate from your manifestation. And if it's a specific person, you're feeling separate from your specific person. And the truth is, you are never separate from anything. We are all consciousness. Every single one of us. Consciousness. So think of it like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz going into that fucking poppy field and falling asleep. Wake the fuck up, Dorothy. You're not separate. There's nothing permanent out here in your 3D. Nothing. Circumstances, and I know you're probably sick of hearing it, but circumstances do not matter. They really don't. They don't matter. They feel like they matter because they're painful in the moment. But they're not permanent. And chances are, whatever has manifested, either A, is maybe an opportunity for you to look at it as feedback as to where your mind or what state you have been embodying. You don't have to look at the circumstance as, well, this means now I can't get my manifestation, because that's not true. There's nothing that can prevent you from getting what you want except for yourself. How many people have manifested breakups to only manifest their person back? It happens all the fucking time. Why? Because there are no obstacles. We just think they're obstacles. But all of this is the what? The soap opera of our minds being played out right in front of us. It's really nothing more than that. When it hurts, I get it. It's very hard when you're hurting to see outside of what you're currently experiencing. I know that. I've lived it, so I do understand. And if you're anything like me, you don't want to even think about manifesting when you're hurting. Okay, I get it. There's nothing that can get in the way. Nothing. Nothing. We never, ever have to accept anything as final, either. Ever. If something has shown up that is sincerely troubling you, why are we just looking at it as, well, that's it. That's it. Life's over. I can't have what I want now. Fuck that. Whose reality is it? You always have access to revision, number one. You always have access to that. So why not revise? Why settle for you not getting what you want? Why settle? The way I see it, now that you're awake to your ability to manifest whatever the fuck you want, why would you settle for anything less? Why would we look at the 3D and say, this is showing up. This makes me feel like I can't have it. Fuck that. If you want it, then you're going to have it. So keep telling yourself that you will, that it's yours. Ask yourself who you are being right now. Are you being someone who allows this 3D reality to dictate what you can and cannot have? Absolutely fuck that. Like fuck that, like times 5,000. Okay? I would never, ever, now that I'm awake to manifestation, okay? And now that I've experienced what I've personally experienced, let me just say, it doesn't mean I don't ever have a hurt feeling. That's not what I'm trying to tell anybody. Of course, I still have moments. But I will comfortably, happily tell you with such cocky confidence, I don't fucking care what shows up in this 3D. It might trigger me. It might make me cry. I might have a shitty day over it, but I won't fucking let anyone or anything tell me I can't have what I want. I will never allow that in my existence ever again. I will never accept no unless no was the answer I was looking for. Fuck that. You're awake. You're awake. You have access to your 4D, your imagination. You have access. Never accept defeat from that 3D or anyone, anybody in that 3D. Ever, 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 ever. You're not asleep anymore. Do you understand how important that is? You're not asleep anymore. You know what to do with your mind. It's put the focus on you being, embodying the version of yourself that is living that desired existence, because it already exists. Literally, it's like it's just waiting for you to select it. And it's a moment by moment selection. So yes, things might upset us. Things might disappoint us in the 3D. Some things might hurt our feelings. I get it. Sometimes we slip out of a state and then our perception changes because we're in a new shitty state. So I get it. But you always have that fucking armor of, no, I'm consciousness. I'm a conscious creator. I know I can manifest. I know I can experience what I want. I'm not letting anything out here tell me no. Fuck that. So Parninian, you have just been snap, crackle, popped, okay? You've just been snap, crackle, popped. No more giving up. You can have your down days, you can have your emotions, but then you're gonna get your ass up and get back to fucking work. And it doesn't even have to be work. It's just you taking some moments like a little child and looking into your imagination. And even if you're not much of a visualizer, because I wasn't either. I really wasn't. Even though we're always thinking in pictures. But regardless, I wasn't either, okay? It's allowing yourself to get into that imagination like a child and ask yourself and try to feel it in your body what it would feel like to have everything you want right now. Because there's a version of you right now who's living that existence. So what would it feel like? You can step into that imagination, even if for fucking 2 seconds, get there. And then you're going to work at it. And you're going to work at it every day. And it's going to get easier and easier. And it's going to feel more natural. And you're going to find yourself naturally getting into that state over and over. And you're going to notice you're feeling different. You're thinking different. And your world out here is going to start changing. Speaking from experience. And you're not going to beat yourself up when you fall out. Because we all fall out. Because we're fluctuating through states all the time. Falling out of a state doesn't make you a failure or a bad manifester, for what it's worth. Because that's what I used to torture myself with. I would tell myself that that's what it meant. If I couldn't stay in that state of feeling, whatever, woman has it all state, I would beat myself up for falling out of it. Don't do that to yourself. Hence the reason why I bring up we don't have to be perfect all the time. You don't. And for any of you, because I know I've been asked this, what if I do all of this and nothing changes? There is no such thing as you getting in to a state of consciousness and then number one, you not feeling different within, meaning you'll notice the change in your thinking, in your perception. And there is no such thing as getting into a state of consciousness and then nothing changing in the 3D. It might not be instant manifestation. It can be. It might not be. But there will be changes. without question. And I'm telling you, anybody who has fucking listened to me and started applying this has experienced the changes. And I'm hoping some of them are in our damn audience and will fucking vouch for me. Yet things change. Life changes. And manifestations start rolling in. I am telling you, it's so normal to have moments. Thank you. I see my people. Thank you. Thank you. It's so normal to have the moments of doubting. That's normal. It's normal. You're still a human, which should be talked more about in this community. Listen, I throw states of consciousness down your fucking throats for a reason, because it has changed my life completely. How you get your ass into that state, there's no rules to that. It's whatever works for you, okay? But I think it's not discussed enough that just because we're working on getting into these new versions of ourselves, because we want to experience our desires, of course, but it's normal to have days where you just don't feel that great. And maybe you are doubting, and maybe you have a day of worrying about things. It needs to be a little more normalized. Not that I want to encourage you to feel like shit. That's not what I'm saying. But I think that it's looked upon as, oh, you're being weak and shitty today, aren't you? You're in a shitty state, so you suck. No! We're going to have our days. And it's normal. I think the only thing that matters when we're having days like that is that you don't beat yourself up. You allow yourself, if you need to have emotions. I'm a crier, so I would probably cry that day. Have your damn emotions, but you don't give up. You don't throw in the towel and say, fuck it, I'm giving up. However, I will say, you deciding to manifest somebody else because you're sick of one SP and things like that, that's okay. So long as you've still identified, I'm bringing that up because that came up last night too. And it came up in 2 coaching calls today as well. That I'm going to use, and I use this in one of my calls today. If we all remember Shelley Bullard, and I love that Shelley publicized it essentially. You know, she was manifesting a specific person. She had that person, and it got to a placement where she didn't feel like manifesting them anymore. Now, her person was in the picture, so I guess it's not manifesting them, or maybe manifesting a new version. And she got to a place where she's like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I want a clean slate. I want something new. I don't want to keep working on things with this person. And she shared that, which I think is so fucking important, because sometimes as we begin stepping into new states, we realize that even with the best version of this person, I don't think I love them anymore. I don't think I want this person anymore. And that's fucking okay. So long as you're not doing it from a place of, I don't think I can get this person, so I'm going to give up, move on to the other one. And we never address why we think we can't get that one, right? That's how you know there's a belief still brewing. But anyways, she didn't feel like doing it anymore. She wanted a clean slate. Is a new version of herself, clean slate. Yeah, hello, married now. I'm just saying. So you're not judged for changing up your manifestations. I couldn't give a rat's ass what you're manifesting. I care that you pay attention to who you're being, because that is what is going to change your life, is who you are being. This is the place where you get to really start thinking and believing that it's your turn now to live the happy life. It's your time to finally live an existence that you're happy to wake up to every morning. Because I think probably every single one of us has had some period in their life where they didn't want to wake up the next morning. I know I have. And I don't necessarily mean like in a suicidal way, but I'm sure that's, people have experienced that as well. But I know I've had several times in my life where it took all I had to get out of bed because I was so fucking miserable in my existence. And for a large part of mine, thank God I had my child, because he was the only thing that would drag me out of bed. You know, that's such a miserable place to live in up here. You don't have to do that anymore. This is where you get to shed that shit and move on and choose a new you. You can really do it, and it can be that easy. I don't mean easy in like, you know, fuck what you've been through in a mean way, denying what you've been through. But I'm saying, if you don't want to have it dragging you down anymore, this is the place where you can say, I'm done. I'm done with this fucking baggage. I'm gonna be a new me. And I get to just decide I'm a fucking clean slate. I get to say that. I get to decide I'm all new, and none of that past shit gets to define me anymore. I get to just say no. Nope, didn't happen, if that's my choice. You get to do that. You really, really do get to do that. It doesn't have to be a forever long fucking process. It doesn't have to be an endless cycle. No one has to live in pain. Thank you very much, Hawkeyes. That's right. No one has to live like that anymore. You have the choice right now with your thinking. You do. I know I made a promise to my own self. I would love it if y'all made promises to your own damn selves that never again am I going to live an existence that I'm not excited to wake up to. Even though I do wake up like a bitch in the morning. I'm not fun to talk to first thing in the morning, but I'm still happy to wake up. I'm still excited for the day. I'm just not anybody's friend first thing in the morning. But, okay, it can happen. You can change your life with manifestation. Yes, you can. If that sounds mushy-gushy, I can't help it. It's true. You can really, really change everything. What if working on this is super exhausting? As much as I love it, I get truly tired of obsessing with my desires, even if I only think positive stuff about it and write and visualize. Okay, Lou, the mad pillow. If you're getting to a placement of being exhausted, we're focusing in the wrong area. So you don't need to be necessarily focusing on the specific desires all the time and visualizing the desires and scripting the desires. I'm not telling you got to stop doing those if any of that brings you joy. It's not what I'm saying. The idea is to ask yourself, who do I want to fucking be? What do I want my life to look like? Like if I had the magic wand or the little, like genie in the bottle. If I had that right now, what do I want my life to look like? Who do I want to be? And what do I want to feel like as that person? What do I want to feel like? Do I want to feel fucking exhausted trying to manifesting this shit all the fucking time? Do I want to live like that? No. That's not the version of myself that I want to be. I don't want to fucking live like that. I want to know, what does it feel like to be the version of me that finds it easy to manifest? That finds it easy just to hop in any state of my choice? What would that feel like? What would the girl or guy, the version of me, who easily just embodies the state of having all my desires, what do they feel like? What would life be like to just be easy, easy, easy? What would it be like to be that person? I wouldn't worry about shit. I wouldn't stress shit. I could just be in a happy mood and not worry about anything in the 3D because I know I would be able just to hop into that state. I would live free. I would feel comfy. All right. And then go to the next thing. Whatever your next desire is. All right. Well, if it's easy for me, if I'm going to be the version of me that it's easy just to get in that state, well, then what's the version of me feel like who comfortably knows that her or his specific person, you know, is totally madly head over heels in love with them and is always loyal, faithful, and wants to spend the rest of their life together. What does that feel like? What does that version of myself feel like? Probably doesn't have a care in the fucking world. It's probably happy, feeling on top of the world, feeling safe and secure. And then add on to that, well, what does that version feel if she doesn't have to worry about money? And she can feel comfy, sassy, and sexy, not worry about paying her bills. Money's not even a question. What does she feel like? Back to not having a care in the fucking world? Back to living the good life, relaxing, loving, waking up in the morning? And then add on to that. You really can do that. So when manifesting feels hard and feels exhausting, we're doing something wrong. We're doing something wrong. It shouldn't feel that way. Not to say you might never have a bad day. You are welcome. Good, Lou. Good. But really, that goes to anybody, because that was a good question, honestly. But I better get back to super chats. But I just want to say this. If manifesting itself or your manifestation game is exhausting you, or it's fucking miserable, okay? Limitless Queen, my bitch. I see all your stuff. Thank you so much. I've been trying to like half read and answer. Love you, bitch. Thank you. I will meet Jason Momoa. It's gonna fucking happen. I'm not even worried. But seriously, no fucks given state, because you know you're the sexy bitch who gets everything she wants. Yes. If you're feeling overwhelmed and exhausted with your manifestation game, stop what you're doing. We're doing something wrong. Manifesting should never feel that way. Yes, there might be days where we're just frustrated with 3D. We're frustrated. But in those moments, you want to ask yourself, who am I being right now? Am I being the version of me who thinks something shitty, like I'm not going to get my manifestations, why I'm frustrated, it's not fucking here yet? I'm sick of doing this shit. You know that's only because of the state we're in. It's the only reason why. It's the only reason why. It's the state we're in. Manifestation itself, the game, right? What you do every day, manifestation-wise. It's not that I expect it to like give you fucking, you know, I don't know, cotton candy fucking cloud bursts of air around you 24/7. But we shouldn't dread it. And if we're dreading it, we're doing something wrong. And I also want to say this. Some of us start doing techniques that we don't even fucking like, but we feel like we have to do it because somebody else is doing it and they got success from it. So I should do that. And I'm going to say, let's just use, you know, I don't know, like certain affirmations. Use this affirmation and you know, it manifests in 24 hours. Listen, don't even fucking watch them videos. 24 hours or less. Don't even watch them. Okay? Because they're going to be, listen, it's fucking clickbait. That's why they fucking give you titles like that. I'm just saying. Well, they said 24 hours less, so I'm going to use this affirmation. I'm going to do affirmations. And I'm so sick of fucking doing these fucking affirmations. They haven't worked yet. But all the while, you really like visualizing. Do visualizing. Some of you out there are scripting and you hate every fucking second of it. But because Manifesting with Kimberly said she loves scripting and always scripted and she's manifested everything she's ever scripted, but you really like affirming, go to affirming. Drop scripting. Don't do techniques that you are not enjoying. Thank you, Alexa. But seriously, you do like daily revision. Yes, then you do that, Lou. Don't do shit that makes you feel like, oh, fuck, I dread this. I dread it. I don't want to do this. That's not how manifesting works. The techniques are not manifesting for you anyway. It's truly your state of being. What state you're embodying. Techniques are used to help get you into that version of yourself, into that state. Meaning the more you, for any of you that like the states don't make sense, like they originally never made sense to me. It's like this. Utilizing these techniques are what is supposed to make those things feel more natural to you. So it feels natural to be that version of yourself. Therefore we manifest. See what I'm saying? But if you hate the technique you're doing, stop fucking doing it. You make the rules of your reality. You do. You make the rules of manifestation. And I'll use myself as the example. When I first started in this community, I don't mean starting my channel, I mean in general, there was no such thing as law of assumption channels. No such thing. There was no one. It was a ghost town. So when I first heard of scripting back then was, 55 by 5. And I didn't like that. I didn't like it. It sucked doing it. So I decided, because I'm sexy, sassy, saucy, and I like making my own fucking rules, I'm like, I'm not doing any of that anymore. I'm just going to write whatever comes into my mind. No rules. Total mind dump. Meaning nothing had to make sense. It just had to, it's what I needed in that moment. I needed to write whatever SP's head over heels in love with me 60,000 million trillion times because it felt good in the moment. Being a little exaggerative, but I'm saying I dumped rules and just wrote whatever I wanted and didn't give a shit if it was following rules. And guess what? I manifested fucking literally everything I've ever scripted. Literally.
I don't know how to respond to that.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Listen, don't do shit that doesn't bring you joy. If you fucking hate doing it, stop. Okay? Seriously, Brittany. Shut up, Siri. I know. All right. Michael Pitts. Thank you very much. Whether watching your... Oh, wait a minute. It just updated right in the middle of your thing. Fuck a duck. Hold on, Michael Pitts. Damn it, YouTube. Okay. Whether watching your videos or having a coach session, you always leave me in a better place. Thank you, Kim. Michael Pitts, thank you so freaking much. That was very nice. Michael Pitts, you are always very nice to me, Very, very nice. And I fucking appreciate it. But damn. I'm going to read it again because it made me feel good. Whether watching your videos or having a coach session, you always leave me in a better place. Thank you, Kim. That was so fucking nice. Thank you so much, Sammy. You're on fire tonight. Thank you so much. You guys are always good to me. And it's very much appreciated. I think you guys already know that I'm not necessarily arrogant. Meaning, right? No, maybe I'm a little arrogant. But I mean, not in a bad way. But I don't take you guys for granted in any way, shape, or form. I don't think I need to explain. I think you guys know that just by chilling with me in a live stream. But it never goes unnoticed, the kindness. And I have to say, for the most part, because I don't see every single comment, but I don't get terrorized in the comments as much. But which I'm appreciative of. Kim, at least you don't overcharge either, like some coaches. Yeah, I've heard some things. No other coaches like Kim for real. Thank you so much. I understand and did everything Kim sis and Sammy sis taught, and I got my results, but I really don't want anybody else to make me understand revision. I feel women are better as a coach. You're always very sweet to me, just so you know. Very, very sweet, and I appreciate that. 4,000. Fucking 4,000. Damn. We appreciate you just as much. Thank you so much, Sammy. I wrote in August, so not sure. Well, whatever, Leslie. What the fuck? Nothing like fucking sucking the fun right out of this moment, Leslie. Do you want to know how many I have right now in this moment, Leslie? Let me see if I can look. 3,211, all right? So I could just look it up for you, Leslie. You gotta clone yourself. Y'all, Kim is so good to her client. Just be patient. Thank you very much, Sammy. 23,000 by tomorrow. I love that. Thank you, Paula Armstrong. Stop, drop, and roll. Well, Jesus. Anyway. Love you so much. Changed my life in just some videos. That was a quick cleanup, Leslie. Are you being serious about the $4,000 thing? I thought that was just a joke. Poop is so calm tonight. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I was a little worried a little earlier. But I don't want to manifest nothing. But I do tell you guys everything. All right, so when my SP calls, he likes to get her going. Poop, nobody loves you. You want a treat, Kim. Or poop and all that kind of stuff. To get her going, bugging me for treats. But, like, she didn't do it. Like, she didn't get up and do her normal stuff. So I'm like, oh, God. And she's been sleepy time all day. I don't know. Leslie Brand. I swear I was asking nicely. It's whose? What? Wait. What? Is this for real? Ooh. 4,000? Who's 4,000? Ooh, I'm $1 million a month mama BFF. Hello, love you, girl, too. Don't let the bear arise. Poop is sleeping. I know. I don't know, Jess. I don't know. I'm asking the same thing. I thought it was a joke. I thought that we were joking. No to 4,000. Oh. All right. Okay. No more. No more name dropping. The answer is no. To $4,000. No and never. Okay? Just, guys, come on. No. How long did it take for you to manifest your SP? Well, you know, you gotta think. When I manifested, that's a big fat no, thank you. I was in the crosshairs of leaving law of attraction and discovering law of assumption. So I had made my dream man list, and I made that trying to think of the month. I made the full list in October. No. It was the end of October or early November, somewhere in there. And I just scripted that I'm finally now in this, finally now in a relationship with my dream man, blah, 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 blah. And I met him And he first reached out in November, and like we were together. I'm trying to think about our first date though, because like we were together 2 weeks later from the fucking first date. So I mean, like officially verbalized. But you know, then I manifested all the other shit after. You know, because I was terrible. I was a, you know, baby manifester, as Paulina uses that term. I was terrible. I was so reactive and shit like that, you know. But that was the initial manifesting the meeting of, right as I was in that transition. All right, Carla Fernandez, thank you very much. I saw SP and noticed he had a hickey. That made me feel upset. I didn't tell him anything, but inside I felt horrible. Okay. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. That would have gravely upset me. I'm not going to lie. I probably wouldn't have been able to collect my thoughts in a moment like that. So understandable why you got upset. So you didn't react to him in the 3D. All right. First of all, let me say this. Now just hear me out. I know you physically saw the hickey with your eyes. Okay, I know it. But it's still revisable. We can revise. We don't have to, don't, listen, inside you're like, bitch, I saw the hickey. I know, but just listen. Don't close mind. Just listen. Number one, we don't have to automatically give it a meaning that it was an instant hickey. We don't have to do that. Right? Let's already jump into the side of the story we don't want. Okay? But we can revise. He just fell, that's all. Thank you so much, Coffee Talk with Tammy. Thank you. Yes, it was a vacuum. But truthfully, I would be revising that shit. You did not see shit. It was a zit. It was anything other than that. Bug bite. I like bug bite better. His dog bit him. Yes. I would revise. I would revise completely. And I would not be giving this any more attention. I cannot tell you when you want something out of your 3D, then we want it out of our awareness.
Here's what I found.
This just scared the shit out of me. Fuck. Oh my God, my heart's pounding. That scared me. Good night, Lisa. Master Manifestors. Bug bite will make your mind believe fast. Agreed, Nico. But I would revise. I would revise. There's no sense in letting that fester and marinate, and then our mind starts wandering to other ugly places. We don't want that. Okay? Now, I can't help but ask, because it's me, is there any even slight, has there ever been any concern, if not directly, about a third party, or any feelings of fearing of abandonment, or not feeling chosen, or not feeling good enough? Are any of those there? Because listen, we can revise anything, and we can sincerely manifest our goddamn dreams. But when things pop up in the 3D that upset us, we want to take a look at them as feedback and then revise them and drop them from our fucking awareness. But let's look at it as feedback, right? God damn it, Siri. We want to take a look at it because it is feedback to us. So if there's a concern there, we want to change our shit here. We want to change that shit. We want to be a version of ourselves that has no concerns about things like that, because we know there's no one better than us, right? We know that we're more than good enough. Oh, Paquita, I hope you feel better. Okay, Carla. So we want to take a look at that because that is feedback. In my opinion, it's feedback. We're creating, you know, projecting out into our 3D all the time, right? So when things show up, especially the things that fucking trigger us or upset us, and listen, it would trigger and upset anybody. I'm not picking at you for being upset by it. I'm saying, let's take a look at that as feedback and are there any things within that we're feeling not chosen, not good enough, any of those things? Okay, let's take a look at that and make sure that we're not identifying as that person anymore. Okay. Salty, thank you very much. Kim, got into fight with SP and kind of feeling like I'm far from where I want to be with him and feeling a bit defeated, like when will he try to be a part of my life? We talk at work only, no text. Now, Salty, I'm going to stop you. You've had some favorable movement lately. You've had some favorable movement. So, because we've had an argument with SP, which can be revised, it can be revised. We don't have to just accept it. We can revise it. You've had favorable movement because you've been putting some focus in on who you're being. And I know you have. And you're getting feedback from that. Good feedback. Yes, we had a little argument, but we don't get to just fucking accept that shit. We can revise it. But I don't want you thinking listen, this is not a time for you to be defeated. Not after some movement. You've had some, I'm going to say it, I'm going to keep saying the fucking word movement. You've had some movement. Let's not throw it all away because of an argument. Okay? I understand frustration because you're sick of fucking working at this. And I get that. I get it. But this is where we're stepping into the new you. We're stepping into that version of you who comfortably knows that man is choosing you. You can do this, Salty. You have not come this far working on yourself, this far for us to start thinking, oh no, that shit's falling backwards. No, it's not. And you already know that I know. You've come a long way. Come on. Fuck that argument. Revise it if necessary. If you feel like revising it, I would. I wouldn't fucking just take that shit. Revise it and get right back on your game. Don't allow the 3D to throw you off from fucking the evolvement, the growth that you've had. All right? I've personally seen the growth. You know this. You and I have talked. So I know the growth is real. I know it is in existence. You're not giving up. You're not doing it. So revise the fucking argument. If it's bothering you that bad, revise it and then get back on it. And get back to you working on being the version of yourself that doesn't have to think these shitty thoughts about not being chosen, not feeling good enough, and not being treated like the woman you fucking are. You're worthy and deserving of that fucking relationship, and you're gonna fucking have it. So we ain't throwing the towel in, not yet. Okay? You can do this, Salty. Eugenia Chavez, or Chavez. Thank you very much. My SP just left. He said he loves me and he's sorry. Wait, what? SP just left. He said he loves me and he's sorry. Well, hello, success. This is wonderful. This is fucking amazing, Eugenia. Congratulations. Congratulations. This is wonderful. I'm very, very happy for you. Well done. Damn. Summer, thank you very much. After last live, told myself I'm the version of myself who always gets the relationships she wants and had inner convos. SP liked my IG story next day, detaching from 3D and staying within. Thanks, Kim. Yes, 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 Summer. Yes. That is how you get things to fucking change out here. That is how you get movement. Listen, even if you're saying, well, you know, he saw my Instagram thing, boom, I want the phone call. You're going to get it. With the repetition of you daily stepping into the version of yourself that has her desires, going within and detaching from the 3D. And by detaching, all I mean by detachment is stop letting the 3D dictate who you think you are. Stop letting the 3D tell you that you're not the new version of yourself. Stop letting it control you. You control it. You know, manifesting is not, I'll do my manifestation game when everything's working for me in the 3D. No, that's not how this works. So well done, Summer. I'm very happy for you. Very happy. I'm proud of you. Well done. Salty again, thank you very much. There's been good movement, but I want more and feeling a bit sick of waiting today. I'm having a hard moment right now, Kim. It's amazing that I didn't even see that fucking super chat and I was just chastising you about your good goddamn movement. All right. Well, Salty. All right. So you're having a day, okay? I love you, meow, meow. Salty, okay, get it. You're having a shit day. I understand. It's okay. If you're having emotions, get them the fuck out. Cry it out. It's okay. Every single one of us has moments where we're sick of doing shit and we just want our fucking manifestation. You want to know what, when I fall out of this sexy, sassy, saucy state that I'm in right now, when I have moments where I fall out, and like I said, guys, we're fluctuating through states all day long. All day long. Your waking hours are fluctuating through states. So that's why perfection is not expected. All right. But we'll use me. When I fall out and I fall back into a shittier state, because that's what it feels like to me, a shittier state. No, it might not be a state as yucky as my early days, but it can be a shitty one. And where my mind goes is, holy shit, I am sick of thinking this way. I am sick of feeling this way. I don't want to be this girl anymore. I want to be that girl, which was the state that I was just in, the state I'm currently in. That's what I'm talking about. But that's where my thinking goes. I don't want to feel like her anymore. I don't even want to give her my name. I just want to go back to this state because this is where I'm fucking on top of the world. But every one of us goes through it. Every one of us does. And that's the human part of us. So it's normal to have moments where we just feel like shite. It's normal. It doesn't mean your manifestation's never going to come. It doesn't mean you're going to be on this journey for the rest of the fucking next 10 years. It doesn't mean any of that. You're having a human moment. Okay? You're in a, you know me, I call them the lower states only because I think of the states as being on a stairs. So we're on one of the smaller steps. We got to go back up. But we can't force our way there. We have to walk our way there. So right now, and this is for anybody, when you're not feeling that sexy, sassy, saucy, and you're worried about your 3D, let's stop and ask ourselves, who are we being right now? Not to be mean to ourselves or be hard on ourselves, okay? It's not that. It's not about beating ourselves up. It's, who are we being right now? Am I being the version of myself who has what she wants or knows she's going to have what she wants? Or am I being the old version of me who thinks the 3D has more control than I do? Who thinks things out here have the ability to not get in line to join in the orchestration of giving me what I want? So am I the version of myself who thinks that everything and everyone out here has the control to do shit to me like this? Because that's not true. That's not what can happen out here. Am I being the version of myself who's getting frustrated because I feel like I'm never going to get my manifestation, or I've been doing this for too long? That's the version of me who ain't getting shit. So I don't have to be her anymore. What would I do right fucking now if SP showed up and said, you know what? I've been a total dick. I am so sorry. I want to be with you and only you, salty. How would that feel? How would that feel? It would feel fucking amazing. So allow yourself to feel that, even for only a second, in your imagination. Daydream, whatever terminology you want to use, get into there for a minute. And just allow yourself to feel that. Even if it's a brief few fucking seconds, that doesn't matter. Just get there. And anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. Every one of us knows how to imagine, dream, daydream, whatever you want to call it. Every one of you can do it. Get there for the few seconds so you know what it feels like inside your body. Use your body as your guide. There is a connection to here and here. There is. Use it. Okay? Salty, it's going to be okay. It really is. Don't be so fucking hard on yourself. You're feeling like this is going to take forever, and it's not. It's the state you're in, and that's why you're perceiving it that way. All right. Let's see. Is it, I don't want to butcher your name, so I'm going to say, is it Burku? Burku, thank you very much. I improved a lot. Now I really believe I deserve the best. I'm so valuable, but still I can't convince myself I am chosen due to 3D. How can I change it? All right, I gotta reread. I improved a lot now. I really believe I deserve the best. I'm so valuable, but still I can't convince myself I am chosen due to the 3D. Okay, so you're letting the 3D dictate to you how you're gonna feel. And that's ass backwards in the manifestation world, okay? Don't worry, because we all fucking do it, all right? We're all guilty of it. But this is where the art of detachment comes in. We don't want the 3D to decide how we are going to feel about ourselves on the inside. Think of manifesting as you're getting ahead of your 3D. You're like laying the clothes out for the next day. Okay? You're laying the clothes out early for the next day. That's manifesting. So fuck what your 3D is saying to you, because it's old fucking news, okay? Unless, of course, it's something you've been blowing off and we need to look at it for feedback purposes to make sure we're identifying, okay, I'm saying that in general for anybody else listening. You've already provided for me that you still feel not chosen, okay? But I'm saying to anybody else, it's not about ignoring your 3D. It's about, hey, all right, this has shown up. I don't fucking like it. I feel not chosen. So I've identified what shit belief has projected this thing, although I'm not going to blame and shame myself for it fucking manifesting, because I don't blame myself for shit that's manifested. However, okay, that's it though, 3D. You have no more power over me. This circumstance does not determine whether I get my manifestation or not. So I'm going to start focusing on being the version of myself who has her fucking desires. Or if you cannot accept the thinking of I already have it, then I'm going to have it. Okay? She's awake. Are you awake? You sleepy? I don't know. We'll see what she's like when I... Poop, are you okay? Are you just tired? I mean, she did have a lot of treats earlier, I'm not gonna lie. Because like I said, when SP calls, I put him on speaker and then he riles her all up for treats, and she was, you know, but she wasn't as wild as she normally gets. That's the only thing. But she was fucking with the ornaments in the hallway. She was trying to take off with the ornaments, so she was playing then. I don't know, maybe she's just tired. Well, don't make me worried. All right. So, Burko, what you're going to do is forget what the 3D is saying to you. Stop using that as a limitation, because it's not. You stepping into the new version of yourself will change that. So you don't need 3D validation. There she is. Everyone wants to see you, Poop. Are you just so tired? Are you just so tired? Are you so tired? You're so pretty. Are you so pretty? I love when sometimes when you keep talking to her, she'll lick her lips after each thing I say. I don't know if she'll do it right now. Are you so pretty? Are you so pretty? No, she ain't gonna. She'll make a liar out of me. Everybody's asking about you tonight. You slept through the whole live stream. You been a good girl? Yeah? Are you so pretty? Are you so pretty? Give me a kiss. Are you so pretty? So you're doing it? Are you so pretty? Do you see how she licks her lips every time? Oh, dear. Oh, here comes the big stretch. Big stretch. There she is. Hi. Shh. Go wake everybody up. What do you want? What do you want? Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat? All right. I got to give her something. I think you've had enough of those tonight. How about we'll just give you a little small one, okay? You've had enough of the other ones. Get you a damn bellyache. All right. Lauren, thank you very much. Holy moly, Lauren, thank you, thank you. I didn't manifest a boyfriend yet, but I have a success story. My dad passed away this day 14 years ago. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I was crying because I miss him so much. I talked to him by sending me his energy, and it worked. I felt so peaceful. Jesus, I can't talk. Felt so peaceful. Let me start over. I didn't manifest a boyfriend yet, but I have a success story. My dad passed away this day 14 years ago, and again, I'm so freaking sorry about that. I was crying because I miss him so much. I talked to him by sending me his energy, and it worked. I felt so peaceful. Well, Lauren, I love that. And I sincerely believe that when anyone passes away, I don't think they just like leave or are just gone. I think that it's like they graduate to even more power than what we have here. So in other words, I think your dad's with you anyway. I think he can visit you, communicate with you all the time, because he doesn't have the limited meat sack like we do anymore. So I bet you he did send you his energy. I love that. I find that so sweet. And I'm glad. I'm glad that brought you peace. I sincerely think he's with you. And I think that's why people have experiences, you know, whether that be like ghostly experiences, but listen, there's stories all over the world of people having encounters. I truly believe we graduate, we become even more powerful, and that we can go in and out of all the dimensions. That's my opinion. So if anything's like, you know, your dad graduated with more power, that's why he can still visit you, you know, and he probably still sees you and he's talking to you. It's just because we're limited in this 3D world that we can't communicate or at least hear him talk back yet. So I don't think they ever leave us. I really don't. And that includes animals, for what it's worth. I believe the same thing with the animals. So all my past doggies are with me. Oh, Poop's giving herself a bath. At least she's not licking her ass. Oh, that's a good thing. She's licking her thighs. We'll take it. But Lauren, that's awesome. That's very nice. I believe that, Chasing Self-Beauty. I believe that. Top tier elite, have had plenty encounters. Totally believe you. Your dad had a New York accent, Staten Island raised. Love it. Love it. Love it very much. Thank you for sharing that with us, Lauren, by the way. Anjali Sharma, thank you very much again. With states, I affirm I'm his girlfriend now. But I hear people say affirm for contact first. It's easier to believe, so which way do I go? I'm his girlfriend or I am missed? Okay. I do, Lauren, I love that you shared that with us. I appreciate that. That was very nice. Anjali, okay, let's talk. Let's talk, okay? Listen, you know, people find manifestation at varying degrees on their evolvement. So I'm trying to be so kind with my response. And it's not directed at you. It isn't. There is a thing called manifesting in steps. If you want to do that, you do it. The only time I ever suggest to someone, well, manifest in steps, is when they're struggling to have any semblance of faith that manifestation works. It's easier for them to work with steps. But do I personally think steps is always our best option? Fuck no. So when coaches suggest that you have to manifest contact first is silly talk to me. And holy balls, what a waste of time. Holy balls. Holy waste of time fuckery. Terribleness. Why? Why? The contact could be, hey bitch, never want to see you again. Have a nice fucking life. Click. There's your contact. There's that text message. See what I'm saying? What the fuck do we want contact like that for? No. We want sexy, sassy, saucy shit. We want our manifestation. Now, I get it. If your mind is struggling to accept, you know, that you're instantly in this relationship, I get it. That's why I say, listen, it doesn't matter what tense you use, past, present, future. That doesn't matter. Okay? But when we're, like I said, we're all on different levels of our evolvement, right? And I have to answer this to a generalized audience. So I understand. Steps are, in my opinion, this is my opinion. So it's not a rule, it's an opinion. Steps is for people struggling to believe. That's the doubters. They're best using steps. If you already believe in manifestation, go to the fucking meat and potatoes. Get to the end. All this time fucking with steps.
Let's manifest content first. Let's get the content.
Okay. Hi, bitch. No, I don't want to go out tonight. No, I don't want to date you. There's your fucking contact. No, well done. So I'm saying, was that worth it? No. But can you imagine if you had just been focusing on being in the relationship? All the fucking bridge of incidents would have played out sexy, sassy, saucy time. And you would have gotten the contact you wanted. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going with that? That's fucking with the middle. That's trying to push the how. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, is it easier to believe, okay, so but I am his girlfriend or I am missed? Let me ask you this. And this is speaking logically. And like I said, Anjali, this isn't me attacking you. It's not. This is because somebody else is going to watch this live stream on repeat and they're going to hear your question. They're going to think, yeah, what's the best answer? So don't think that this is against you because it's certainly not. I don't think that we ever you don't want to manifest that your person misses you. You want to manifest that you're with your person. See what I'm saying? When we are manifesting or affirming that, you know, they miss me, they miss me, they miss me. Okay. They miss you. Great. Good to see you. Next. Is that you having your manifestation? Is that you having it? Is that you being back together? Well, they're sitting at home playing a video game probably and fucking chilling and missing you. Okay. Listen, I'm 48 years old. I've encountered a lot of people in my life, and I miss some of them. I'm just missing them. I'm not doing anything to try to reconnect, though, at all. See what I'm saying? Okay? This is why I say, we don't need the tomfoolery fuckery. Go to the end. Go to the end. See what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? But like I said, these are opinions. This is an opinion-based question and a definitely opinion-based response, okay? You don't have to listen to me. It's going to make you feel better to go to the steps because the steps are easier for you to accept. I get it. Go for it. I am someone, when I first started this whole shit, when I was a baby manifester, like I said, that is not my phrase. That is from Paulina. I did steps. And the truth is, if I could go backwards, and I suppose I could with revision, but I'm too lazy for that. I would never do steps again ever in my life. Never, ever, ever, never. And I knew that early in the game. Meaning I was still a baby manifester when I realized, well, this is fucking stupid. Why am I doing these steps? Why am I doing this? You see what I'm saying? So I'm never going to lie and say, yeah, go for yes to the steps. Why? If we can go to the end. I hope that that's coming out right. I'm saying it correctly, you know. Listen, I've seen coaches say that you have to manifest, that they take action. You have to affirm that they're taking action. Huh? What? Why? Go to the end. Go to being the version of yourself that has the fucking desire. You're not manifesting a date. You're not manifesting a phone call. You're not manifesting your SP farting sideways. You're manifesting the experience of being in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship, I'm assuming. That's what you're manifesting. When you pay attention to focusing on all the little details, all the little micromanaging details in the middle, you're fucking with yourself unnecessarily. Go to the end. Go to the end. Embody the state of the version of yourself that is living the desired life. Give yourself that feeling of knowing you have this person loving you unconditionally. You can do this right now and skip all that other bullshit. I don't think that coaches, when they make videos on that kind of shit, I don't think they have ill intentions. I don't think that at all. I think it just says where they are themselves in their own evolvement journey. That's all. That's all. And you know what? Everybody needs coaches in different places on their journeys. You know, you find the coach you're ready for when you're ready to, I forgot. There's a better way of saying that. I've heard that from somebody else. Like, you find the teacher when you're ready for that teacher. Whatever. That mindset is very baby manifestor-ish shit. And you don't have to do that. If you've already accepted that manifestation is a thing and you already have a belief in it, you can skip the baby shit and come on over to embodying the fucking state. See what I'm saying? Because that's the true meat and potatoes. All that other little bullshit, all that is the very long way of manifesting. And like I said, I did the steps in the beginning, so I can attest to you. It's the long way. It's the long, drawn out, and unfulfilling way, because you're never getting yourself into the version of yourself that has the desire. You're fucking with all the dumb things in the middle. See what I'm saying? Kira Rock, thank you very much. I've been manifesting a relationship for 2 years. And each time I get in the state, I have a panic attack and I feel sick. Love terrifies me. We need to deal with that. Kira Rock, why does love terrify you? Okay. If you're telling me that the minute you get into the state, you're instantly terrified, I'm going to say we're not even in the state. Close, but not there. But no. We need to get to the meat and potatoes of that immediately. Why is love terrifying you? Are we concerned of having our heart broken? What is it? When the shit thoughts are coming up, what are we hearing? What are we afraid of? I would be taking like a true, hard, authentic look at what all your thoughts are around love, around relationships, around whatever, party of people you're interested in. Meaning, do you have generalized, like, for example, I'm into men. So yeah, I had some generalized beliefs around men, not so favorable ones, and a lot of them, really judgy ones. We need to take a look at those. So whatever party of peeps you're attracted to, we want to take a look at your generalized assumptions around them as well. And if you are manifesting a specific person, we need to take a nice hard look at what our thoughts are around that person. And let's see what's triggering this instant panic feeling around love. I will tell you, I have had the experience on being, no one wants to be heartbroken. No one wants to get their heart broke. So I know, even myself throughout my own journey, when I don't know how else to call it, more like this, like a wake up moment. You're like, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Because it's scary. It feels scary to put yourself out there to love again. If you've ever been hurt in love, I'm assuming, right? At least in my case, I have been hurt in love throughout life. So when, I find myself, falling in love again, yeah, I've had moments where I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? But that's also relative to what state I'm in at that moment, right? So really, there's never anything to fear. There really isn't. There really is nothing ever to fear. And we don't have to let our past experiences scare us out of the ones we're trying to experience now. You know what I'm saying? So, Kira, my suggestion is time to take a very, very authentic look at what is going on in your mind around those subject areas. Write it all down. Whatever thoughts come to your mind that are not favorable. What is the fear around love? And then we can work on that from there. Autumn, thank you very much. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. Oh man, I always know that I fucked this one up. Is it Keisa? Keisa or Keelisa? Thank you very much. Any tips on dealing with the 3D when SP is a colleague? Trying to manage jealousy, so switch to song called Queen from Todrick Hall. Help. I gotta reread it. Any tips on dealing with the 3D when SP is a colleague? I'm trying to manage jealousy, so switch to song called Queen from You are fucking funny. All right. So you got to work with your SP and you're having feelings of jealousy. Why are we jealous? Who are we being in those moments? What story are we telling? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a territorial fucking whore. Okay? I'm territorial. Very territorial. I've always been this way. It's something I'm unwilling to change. But you can still be a territorial bitch without being jealous of every fucking person that comes around your person. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking of the funny things that I've said to my SP about me being territorial. The things that come out of my mouth. But listen, we need to dabble with why. Why are we feeling jealous? Why are we feeling jealous? What is the story we're telling? We have to fear that they're going to choose someone other than you? Do we have a fear that we're not good enough for SP? So we get jealous if they're encountering others because we don't feel good enough? We don't feel like they're going to choose us? We're afraid they're going to leave us? What belief is being triggered? Because truthfully, there's never a reason to be jealous about anything or anyone. Top tier elite, that's right. That's right. But no, all right, back to Giza. Listen, what's the story? What belief is it triggering? And if so, who are we being right now? Are you being a version of yourself that doesn't feel good enough? You don't feel good enough in your own reality? We got to start embodying the state. Okay? Thank you, Amy F. Who likes Kim? We like Kim. Give her an L-I-K-E, like. Woo! Give me a like, bitches. Fuck. Come on. Fucking free. I hate begging for it. Give me a like. Damn! I've run my mouth for a long time. It's a little clicky click of a button. It's all it is. It's a little boop. And you're done. It's over. Didn't cost you a thing. Come on. Hook an old lady up, will you? Please? Thanks. Okay. Can't give you another. But Kisa, all right, we got to address. You too need to take an inventory of what the fuck you're thinking when you're feeling jealous. Okay? We never have to feel jealousy. We don't. I understand the territorial shit because I'm a territorial bitch. I get it. But I'll be shitty goddamned if I'm going to be walking around being jealous of every fucking person that comes around my person. Who the fuck's got time for that? That's telling me that I don't feel good enough and that I'm not going to be chosen. Not in my fucking reality. Not in my reality. I'm sexy, sassy, saucy. I ain't got time for that shit. Okay? So let's take a look at that. Okay? What would it feel like to be the version of you who knows she has nothing to be jealous about? Nothing. It doesn't matter who your person talks to. It means nothing. What would it feel like to be the version of you who is never jealous of any other people? Because you so confidently know your person is choosing you every moment of the day. What would it feel like to be that version of yourself? Ask yourself that question and allow yourself to feel it. There will be a something, a little feeling. Okay? That's where you want to focus. And if any other thoughts come up when you ask yourself, what the fuck do I need to be jealous about? Let's address it. Okay? Kim, thank you for another empowering drive home from Detroit. 2 nights in a row. Love you. I love you too, girl. I love you too. I love that you're listening to me as you're driving. I love that. Top tier elite. Thank you very much. He is my BF. And he is gonna be my BF boyfriend. I say both. Is this contradicting? Hold up. I am good at being in the state of the HBIC. Recently, I can whatever I want. Okay, good. He is my boyfriend. He is gonna be my boyfriend. It is completely and utterly dependent on your own personal, individual belief. So, when I am manifesting anything, we all know by now, all I really do is step into the state of. If I'm in a placement of whatever I'm manifesting that I'm asking myself, what would it feel like to be blah, 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 be the version of myself that has the desire. I can step into that feeling. Is there times where I say, what would it feel like to be the version of myself who's going to have that desire? Yeah, because to me, tense doesn't matter. Tense doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. Do most of the time I favor present or past tense? Yes, mostly out of habit. And back in the day, past tense made me feel like I was living in the end. But it really doesn't matter. So if you're saying to yourself one day, he's gonna be my boyfriend, and then the next day you're saying, he is my boyfriend, and you feel good each time you're doing it, and each time you're thinking, I'm getting my shit, nothing can stop me from nothing, you're good. You're absolutely fine. It doesn't matter. As long as what you're saying to yourself, scripting to yourself, visualizing to yourself, that there's a knowing within that it's going to be yours, or it is yours currently, it doesn't matter. As long as it feels good to do both, you're fine. Interchange all you want. It's only when you think it's a problem that it becomes a problem, because it's your belief. Okay? Coffee Talk with Tammy. Thank you very much. I want SP to commit. I've been affirming through tears and anger. Do I affirm and imagine? Is there such a thing as over-affirming? Okay. I want SP to commit. I've been affirming through tears and anger. Do I affirm and imagine? Is there such a thing as over-affirming? Okay. First of all, we need to know Coffee Talk with Tammy. I'm thoroughly enjoying saying your username, just so you know, okay? Because I'm probably going to say it a lot now because it just feels good saying it. Do you enjoy affirming and imagining? Do you like both? Do you like one more than the other? Do both of these bring you joy? In my opinion, if you are feeling like I'm over-affirming, well, then it becomes a problem because that's you assuming that. See what I'm saying? The truth is, you can never do anything wrong so long as you're telling yourself you're always doing everything right. So if imagining is harder, then don't fucking imagine. But you're using your imagination anyway. When you're affirming, when you're thinking about the next affirmation you're about to say, you're still utilizing your imagination. It's being utilized at all times. We're always utilizing our imagination. When we're having inner conversations with ourselves, own it, peeps. We all talk to ourselves. We all have running conversations up here all day long. Whether you're talking to your SP or you're talking to somebody else or you're just talking to yourself, we all do it. You're utilizing your imagination in that moment. Do you see what I'm saying? So, feel free to affirm your fucking balls off if it brings you joy. Do it. Brings you joy, do it. If it's starting to overwhelm you, time to take a chill pill. Chill out with it. Because we don't want anything to be overwhelming with our manifestation game. We want our manifestation game to feel good. We want that one thing to make us feel something good when we're doing it. Because if it feels stressful, overwhelming, fucking exhausting, we're not going to want to do it. We're going to start dreading it, and it's not going to be fun anymore. And more than likely, we're going to quit it. Or we're going to get frustrated and never actually step into the version of ourselves that we need to step into to get our shit. So it's fine that you're affirming through tears. It's fine that you're affirming through anger. I know you want your SP to commit. My advice to you is affirm all you want. But when you're affirming, are you ever taking a moment to really think about what would it feel like if I was the version of myself that confidently, comfortably knew that that man was already committed to you? What would it feel like to know he is already mine? He's already committed to me. He's already chosen me because I've chosen him. It's already mine. I have nothing to worry about. I know he loves me. Not what's going on in your 3D right now. What would it feel like to already have that? And step into that feeling. Sit with it for a minute. Because you're going to feel something. Even if it's just a calmness for a few seconds. Fine. Not everybody, when we're embodying being our versions of ourselves, has the same exact feeling inside. Not everybody's got, we are not all going to be cookie cutter the same. When I first started this shit, it used to be happy butterflies I would get. Happy butterflies. You know, now it's a feeling of security. Feels good. Feels happy. Feels joyous. It feels all sorts of different things in different times. And that's okay. That's what you want to do. So I have a feeling that if you watch my shit, it probably comes off as I don't like affirming. It's not that I don't. It's just, it's not about techniques. It's not. It's about what you're embodying, what you're feeling in here, who you're becoming. Affirmations should help bring you into feeling, embodying that new version of yourself. Because you have access to that version of yourself every moment by moment. Okay? So no, you can't over affirm. Unless it's making you feel like shit. Then we want to cut back a little bit. Care more about embodying the version of you who was committed to. Care more about that. That's going to bring you change out here. Quicker than anything else. I'm just saying. Okay? Coffee talk with Tammy. Zakari, thank you very much. Wow, thank you very much. Damn, Zakari, thank you. Is it normal for old stories and beliefs to come up during shifting states? Old stories and beliefs about SP come up, relationships, etc. come up. Will the old man just die as long as I keep focusing on the version of me without these beliefs and with SP? First of all, eventually, yes. Eventually, yes. You're not going to be forever tortured by old thoughts, okay? Is it normal for old stories and beliefs to come up during shifting states? Now, let me say this. Each state, there are infinite states. Each state has its own beliefs and assumptions. As you shift, is it possible for an old memory, an old experience, old story from the SP you're manifesting? Is it normal that the thought would come up? It can. What will be important is, what is your response to the thought? One of the ways you can see and prove it to yourself that you've shifted into a new state is by how you respond to the trigger. What my experience has been, and so has a few other people that I respect in this community who also practice states, it's like you almost, it's not like it was on your mind, but you like kind of just realize, like, oh my God, that didn't trigger me. I didn't even respond to that. I didn't even have a reaction. Like, I don't fucking care that just happened. But like in a good way. I don't feel threatened by this thing anymore. I'm not worried about it. There's your proof you shifted your state. So yeah, can something come up, an old thought? Yeah, what's your response to it? It's when we're still upset, triggered, getting fucking angry at the world. Yeah, you haven't shifted yet. Or even if your response to the trigger is a lot shorter, a lot smaller than the version like your old self, you've shifted. You're still going to keep shifting, but you've shifted. That's still growth. That's still evolvement. That's still a shift of state. There's infinite states. There's not two states. Victim state and the woman or man who has it all state. You hear me referring to them because I'm talking to more than just one person. So it's easier for me to just name two. See what I'm saying? It's easier for me. But there are infinite states. So if you've noticed that your response time has shortened and you're not as badly responding to the trigger, you're growing. That's good. You've shifted. Keep going, because you're going to keep shifting. So don't, listen, I know you're probably asking me this question because you've heard me say your thoughts are a product of the state you're in, okay? So when I get asked, I'm getting flooded, intrusive flooding, of shitty fucking thoughts, and most of the time that person is not happy and that the thoughts are bothering them, that's product of the state you're in. But if you're in a more pleasurable state and an old story from an experience you've had with SP, maybe like SP doing something shitty to you, or even an old SP doing something shitty to you, and you're, having a moment of, oh my God, what if new SP does this moment? But you don't lose your shit, you don't spiral, the thought pops up, and your response to it is, no, that's the old version of me. No, I don't have to worry about that. You've shifted. We should never fear our thoughts. It's not the thoughts that manifest. It's your state. Okay? If the thoughts were the big scary things, oh my God, can you imagine if every single one actually fucking manifested? The trouble I would be in, for the love of God, no. It's your state. So don't be hard on yourself. It doesn't mean that you didn't shift. You can always tell that you've shifted. I can't even talk. I'm getting so tired. That you shifted by how you're responding to things. And like I said, you might not even notice. Might be like minutes go by before you realize, oh my God, I didn't even fucking get upset by that. That didn't even faze me. Yeah, because you're a bad bitch now. You just shifted state. See what I'm saying? Okay. On my screen, because I'm on that other special screen, so I'm not on the actual chat. So this thing has only been updated since when I first came over to it. So it's ending, and I'm leaving after this because I have got to go to bed, for the love of Christ. I have very early coaching calls tomorrow. Coffee Talk with Tammy is the last one. Okay? We all know if you bought a super chat and I have not responded to it, I will. With a video. Okay? All right. Coffee talk with Tammy. I don't want to have to love again. I just want my SP. But my mom and best friend think I should move on. Coffee talk with Tammy. Coffee talk with Tammy. I fucking told you that I enjoyed saying your name. Now you're gonna make me say it. So I gotta yell at you. I'm fucking tired. I can literally not read any of these comments that are coming up on the screen either without my fucking glasses. And they are so blurry. Coffee talk with Tammy. Does your mom or in fucking best friend believe in manifestation? I can't read your answer, so do they? Are they into the manifestation shit at all? Probably not. Or if so, half-ass. Not actual practicers. You know what I'm saying? So, no, they don't. Okay? Call that. Listen. Okay, I'm not trying to say, like, in a culty like way. Because I wouldn't like it if somebody said to me what I'm about to say to you, because it would make me feel like, Jesus Christ, it sounds like a fucking cult. But I don't mean it from that way. Just listen, when it comes to manifesting, if someone doesn't practice manifestation, they think we're crazy. They think we're delusional. They think we have lost our fucking balls. They think we sound crazy, okay? Because they're asleep. So we do sound fucking crazy to them, all right? Don't even fucking talk about it with them anymore, okay? Tell them, no, subject's closed. I don't feel like talking about it today. Not in the mood. That's what you got to do. No more. Because it's not fucking worth it. They're going to reflect fear. Neville Goddard said that more than once, that when you discuss your current manifestation with another, there's a very good, this is not Neville's quote, this is Kim's dumbing down of his quote. There's a really good fucking chance that they're going to reflect an inner fear of yours, because everyone is you pushed out. So they are going to reflect you. So if there's fears that, Jesus Christ, SP sucks tits, I don't feel like fucking finding somebody else though. I just want him to love me. I just want him. Well, then of course they're going to reflect a fear of, bitch, get rid of him. Move on. Because you're fearing having to do that. And I got camo on. It's right, mayhem. You see what I'm saying? It's not even worth having the conversation with them. It's just not. And they both care about you very much. So they're just only concerned about you getting fucking happy. So they're looking at SP as, you know, he sucks. He fucking sucks. You need somebody better. They can't help themselves. They're just trying to protect you. Okay? So they're not coming from a bad place. They're just still asleep. But when it comes to manifestation, if you've made the decision that we're going to manifest a specific person, fine. You don't have to go and find new love if you don't want to. But you do have to start stepping into the version of your fucking soul, Coffee Talk with Tammy, that knows she's chosen. She's wanted, she's desired, she's pursued, she's loved, she's cherished, she's committed to from this fucker. See what I'm saying? That's your homework. I'm not telling you you cannot affirm, visualize, script, what the fuck ever for SP. You can still do your SP shit. But your number one priority, Coffee Talk with Tammy, okay, is embodying what it would feel like from this fucker. Yes, what it would feel like to have him showing up and doing these things. Meaning, when we want to experience the exchange of unconditional love from a specific person, we have to start with giving ourselves the feeling of being loved. That's how we get this fucking ball rolling, of being loved. If you are having a hard time Giving yourself the feeling of being loved from this current specific person because you can't see them changing. You can't see them showing up doing it. Then use a replacement SP, a temporary placeholder. Also, not my idea. That also came from Paulina, and I like it. You see what I'm saying? Put a placeholder person in there. A pretend. Use a Jason Momoa. It's just pretend. It's just so you, in the moment, can give yourself that feeling of being loved. Okay? And whatever else you want from that person, you give it to yourself first by asking yourself, what would it feel like to have it? Okay? That's the top of priorities, is embodying the state of having it, whatever it is you want, what it would feel like to have it within. Then worry about doing your SP affirmations and all the other little shit. Go for embodying first. I'm telling you, it's foolproof. It's foolproof. Every single time. Okay. Coffee talk with Tammy? All right. And on that note, anybody else who purchased shit, I'll make a video of it. However, before I go, let me, because I'm going to lose them, so let me just, from the screen, I can't help if it updates in the middle as I'm trying to do this, if there were any membership ones. Jen, member for 6 months. Hey, Kim, I affirmed yesterday you would explain why the step stool was on the sofa. Your answer is what I assumed and hoped you would say, I like you a lot, from Dumb and Dumber. Love you, Kim. What are the chances that I would do both of those in this live stream? Jen, I love that. That is hilarious. Look at you, Master Manifester. Any other membership ones? Okay, now it's going to update on me. So if anybody after hers, hold on. Come on, motherfucker. I feel like I saw another membership one up there. It's going to bug me. Oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh, what did I do? I fucked this right up. Hold on. What? Oh, I need a new laptop. Okay, the last member one I can see is Amy. Amy F. Member for 12 months. My friend was awful to me today. I instantly revised her apologizing. Her apology was exactly what I wanted to hear from SP. I think that unpleasantness was a part of my bridge of incidents. It was. But Amy, this friend that was mean to you, I will snatch a bitch. I will snatch a bitch. Who was mean to you? Where is this person? We will all hop in a fucking van and come down there. How dare this person? They can fuck right off. I don't care about manifesting when it comes to people being mean to my HBICs. Fuck that. Your friend's a douche. You can tell him I don't like him. We ride at dawn. Yeah. I know, Dusty, I need a new dam. I do. Dusty, I've been saying it for a long time. I know, man. Manifesting, give me a new laptop. I know, Danielle. We ride at dawn. That, Claudia, just, that's going to stay We write it down. I'm writing it down because we will say that this will be a part of the HBIC thing. We write it down. And everyone will know what it means. Amy, give me your name. I'll slap a bitch being mean to you. Nobody messes with my HBICs. I am an extreme mother bear. Okay? Love you too. You might want to warn the bitch that you got a big posse behind you. Okay? We write it dawn. Yes. We write it dawn. It's actually is what's dawn? What time is dawn? What time is dawn? Someone needs to tell me though what time is dawn. I don't remember. For some reason, dawn to me was midnight, and I don't know why I think that. So could somebody tell me what time is officially dawn, per se? I also gotta fucking say it right here. It fucking hurt. 5 a.m. What? JC Self Beauty. I don't know. What's the sense of saying we rise at dawn if fucking Kim doesn't know what time dawn is? I'll be late. Dawn dish soap. Oh. But look at this goddamn shit. This is the most painful thing ever. Damn it. Probably because you're still in bed at 11 a.m. How did you know? No, I'm not. I get up early. Is it wrong to have cereal at 12:30 a.m.? No. Is it Fruity Pebbles? Is it worth having it at 12:30 a.m.? It better be something good like Fruity Pebbles, Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops, Tricks. I just had ramen. When the guilt birds come out. What are guilt birds? What the fuck's a guilt bird? Christ, there's so much I don't know. Frosted Flakes or Cap'n Crunch. Crunch Berries. Oh. Well, my kid's home from work early, which means poop's gonna bark. All right. Revise it to Freckle. Damn. Is it Crunch Berries? Fuck yeah, they're the Crunch Berries. I gotta go. I'm gonna go pop this, I think. I don't know. I can't see. This picture isn't clear enough. Fucking hurts. You, BFF, you left a member one? I'm sorry. It's not fair. This fucking thing don't let me find the member ones. So it's not like I could get them after. Unless... No, that won't work because I tried that before. Damn, I'm sorry. Put a warm compress on that pimple. I damn well will. You're right, Paula. I will. Can't help it. I just want to go zzz, squeeze it. But that's bad advice. Don't follow my fucking skin advice. I still go to the tandem bed, so you don't want to follow my shit. I'm anticipating a bark. You hear them when you come home after a night of drinking. I have had this experience. This is true. I'm definitely a pimple popper. Called that. Shh. I didn't even get a hello. Whatever. I'm almost 40 and still getting pimples like a teenager. Me too, Meg. Okay? Except I'm 48. All right? So I'm almost 50 and still getting them. All right. I'm going. Jesus, Christmas, you hear all that shit. She made you jump. She made me too. I know. And I was anticipating the jump, and I still jumped. But my Christmas tree is already turned off on its own. All right. It's time for bed. I'm fucking tired, and I got to get up early. Before 11, Paula. All right. We ride at dawn. Listen, we're all what? Sassy, sexy, saucy. We don't have to worry about manifestations. You know, we're going to get our shit. We never have to worry about getting shit. We're HBICs. Embody the version of yourself that has what you want. You have the choice, moment by moment. You have the choice to be in any reality you want to be, moment by moment. Let's stop choosing the shitty one that keeps telling us that we're not who we think we are. We think we're the fucking bitches that get what we want. And boys, you can add a different word if you don't like bitches, okay? We ride it, Dawn. Be good. And I'll see you probably tomorrow.